Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. So this is my opinion video. This is a series I started on my channel, just sharing my opinion and thoughts on different topics. You know what I mean? From movies, television, music. You know, I'm a big hip hop fan. You guys, of course, know my channel. Real big hip hop head. So this is my opinion video on J. Cole's, the Fall Off album. Why I think it must be a classic. You know what I'm saying? And I'll state why. Because I think that, especially recently, with the whole Kendrick and Drake battle. I'll get into that later, but overall, J. Cole has a really good career, very good career, man. He has classic albums, you know what I'm saying? Good albums. I think the only album I don't want to say don't care for, but the album I would say is probably, lackluster in the ways, For Your Eyes Only, even though there's still some solid tracks on there, you know what I mean? Overall, I think Cole has had a great career. And I don't like seeing rappers retire because I'm like, hey, man, you can keep going, man. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like, you see Rakim, man. You see LL. You see OG still going today and still holding that baton for hip hop. And, because even though hip hop is a young genre and, they're the ones who kind of like the pioneers of it, you still see it growing. So I think for the generation of guys around my age, like mid 30s, close to late 30s and stuff like that, who grew up on it, man, there's nothing wrong with keep going. I know J. Cole was like late 30s, close to 40s. So I would love to see Cole not retire and keep going. But I know that the Fall Off is kind of like the album. He's saying, hey, this is it. So to me, the whole buildup of the Fall Off and hearing him, name it over the years, like, hey, this is coming, this is my last project, it has to be a classic. It has to hit, in my personal opinion, I don't want to say I think, it has to be better than 2014 Forest Hills Drive, which to me is his best album. That album is amazing, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, this year, Cole dropped another dope project with Might Delete Later. That was dope. And that kind of ties into the Kendrick and Drake battle, but, before then, he had the off season, which I did enjoy. So overall, I like Cole's projects a lot, man. I just think that leading up to the Fall Off, this has to be his best project. You know what I'm saying? Because if it isn't, man, fans, especially certain people, man, they're going to go at Cole. They're going to be like, oh, man, you talking all this mess about the Fall Off. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't better than this and that. So to me, I like Cole's silence right now, especially after the whole him dropping out of the Drake and the Kendrick battle. I like his silence because I think silence says a lot. That means he's focused. He's working on it. You know what I mean? So I like his silence in that he's focusing on the Fall Off. That, hey, man, this, has to be his best project. So I really do enjoy that. Is there a lot of pressure on him? Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. So again, I love the fact that he's silent about everything right now. You know what I mean? Especially post Kendrick and Drake battle, I think he's going to have a lot to say, especially people who've been going at him. You know what I mean? Like I stated in my video, I've done a video on it that Drake kind of threw subliminals at him on his little, I guess, Finsta account, talking about, remember that time J. Cole's phone got stolen and all that. It's like, well, what's the point of that? You know what I mean? So I think that J. Cole's going to have a lot to say towards certain people. I think Drake is going to get some. I think Kanye's definitely going to get some, because Kanye said something about J. Cole, recently when Kanye jumped into the whole Kendrick and Drake battle with the Like That remix with him on it. So yeah, I think J. Cole's going to have something to say to certain rappers, you know what I mean? Because put it like this, he apologized to Kendrick because he felt bad, and he was like, you could tell he loves Kendrick. They love each other. There's a friendship, there's a love and admiration there, but he kind of just I think he got gassed up, you know what I mean? Me personally, I think he got gassed up. I mean, especially with him being on first person shooter, and he said, yo, we started the big three like Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean? But I know that over when him and Drake were doing shows and stuff like that, Drake be like, you're number one, I'm number two. I'm like, bro, Kendrick gonna respond from saying he don't just like Kendrick was taking notes like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. But I think, J. Cole kind of being with Drake in that sense, he kind of jumped off the ledge, you know what I mean? So him apologizing in the heat of the moment when that happened, I was like, dang, homie, I don't know, man. Just keep it hip hop, just keep it going. But he got word from Schoolboy Q, this is gonna get deep. This is going to get serious. This is going to get dark. And it did. It did. So after Meet the Grams, so I was up that night when Family Matters and Meet the Grams dropped. I said I had a hard time sleeping because I was like, dog, I ain't never seen anything like that in hip hop where somebody responded that fast. Also, something that dark where your mood is up. I was like, oh man, yeah, the beat in Family Matters. Like, okay, it's okay. I don't think it's the red button Drake was saying it to be, but then when I heard Meet the Grams, my mood immediately came down because of how dark the track was. He followed up the next day with Not Like Us, but in the heat of the moment, I was like, dang. And then I made a video kind of like, I see why Cole did. You know what I mean? Because Cole, in his, he said, man, he kept saying my spirit. Think about it. He's like, for me and my spirit, I'm at a place of peace. And seeing how dark that battle got, he probably wouldn't have went any further. He probably would have bowed out, when it got to that point. You know what I'm saying? So looking back on it now, I understand why Cole bowed out. Now people have been going on him. Like I said, I've stated before, people going on him. So I think the Fall Off, he's going to have a lot to say. I think the production, I'm looking forward to the production, see what producers he worked with. You know what I mean? I know Timberland was a producer on the All Season. You know, J. Cole's name, I mean, he's one of the biggest names in hip hop, you know, overall of all time. So he can get any producer he wants to. So I'm really interested to see where he goes as far as production. Where does it go as far as sound? Features, you know, what features are going to be there? You know, JID, Boss, you know, people from, you know, Dreamville and stuff like that. Of course, you know, they would like to show up. You know, J. Cole can, I think, work with anybody. I mean, of course, you know, Griselda, you know, all them, man. So I would love to see J. Cole, you know, work with, you know, some MCs and, hey, man, get some older people in there as well. You know, some of the OGs in there. Like, that'd be dope to see. Hey, will him and Kendrick do a track together? That would surprise everybody. But at the same time, it would be, hey, I'd be also cool for that as well. How many tracks on there, man? Man, I say anywhere from 15 to 20. Like, I really want this to be, like, I really want to marinate on this project. Even if it's just 10 tracks, 10 perfect tracks, man, that'd be enough. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, man, J. Cole, I like him a lot. Like, My Delete Later was really good. You know, he had some MCs on there from Daylight to Ab-Soul, you know what I mean, that he worked with. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a classic. You know, it has to be, me personally, it has to be a classic. It has to be his best album because of everything that has transpired, you know, post this battle. And of course, he was a part of it and how he bowed out. But the whole build up to the fall off, I think it has to be a classic. That's me personally. And that's my opinion on the video. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think he's going to have a lot to say towards certain MCs. I think he's going to have a whole lot to say towards certain MCs. You know what I mean? Will he jump into another battle? Hey, man, at this point, man, he probably feels like, all right, look, I apologize to Kendrick. I ain't apologize to nobody else. You know what I mean? We all know J. Cole can get down. He's an MC. He can get down, man. So I'm like, man, don't sleep on Cole, man. I think he's gonna have a whole lot to say. I love J. Cole. So yeah, man, please tell me what you guys think about the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you guys think. And, you know, do you share the same opinion as me? If not, I don't care. Tell me what you think. I want to hear different opinions. You know what I mean? Hope everybody has a blessed day. I'll see you soon. Take it easy.